Okay, everybody, welcome to yet another Lightning Strikes Twice, the super fast, hyper condensed version of our longer lightning rounds. There's only one topic a piece, so that's two, as in twice. Lightning strikes twice. And we have 5 minutes to discuss. Casey, you have the first topic. Take it away, bud.
Kaboom. All right. Can your food touch?
In what way?
Like on the plate? Like
Oh,
let's say you have like potatoes and steak or something. Can they touch?
yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. I like mixing stuff together. I mean, I'll
Hmm.
scoop something up because those who know me know I love TV dinners, and it's like I blend all that stuff together, scoop the corn in the thing, and like mix it up, and yeah, I don't have a problem with that. Um,
Yeah. I've noticed there are some people that are really particular about that, really
yes.
careful about that. I know it's kind of a common autism thing as well, but
Hmm.
I don't particularly have it. The only exception would be hot and cold stuff, like
Yeah, yeah,
like a
yeah.
whole bunch of hot beans getting on your salad or something.
Exactly. Yeah. If you have like vegetables and you get like a bunch of savory sauce that mixes in there
Mhm.
or something, that
Right.
makes sense. Yeah. I totally understand. And maybe certain flavors are not very compatible together or taste
Yeah,
weird when they're mixed.
or
So,
like squeezing a dessert onto your plate of Thanksgiving
oh,
food and you get like cranberries in your pumpkin pie or something.
yes. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, like, yeah, maybe like the dessert thing, you probably don't want a bunch of salty stuff getting into it or
Yeah.
sweet stuff from the dessert getting into your salty stuff.
See,
Um,
so it's not so weird then, is it? Like people
no,
say, "Oh, that's just like an autism thing," but like there's some actual logic, I
there
think.
is. Yeah. And it depends on how you like to eat and what kind of flavor profiles you prefer. I think it's just a matter of
Hmm.
preference. But there are some people I know that I've throughout my life that are like really picky about that.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, it's like I'm gonna throw this whole dinner away if just a little bit of something gets in something else. Like,
My little sister was, well, 21 now. My sister is one of those people, and like one year for Christmas I got her like this like washable rubber thing that you can put on a plate, and it has little dividers and
Mhm.
stuff.
Oh man. Yeah,
But
I actually really love those mess trays that have
mm,
the little sections, which in a way a lot of the TV dinners have
yeah.
compartmentalized kind of trays and stuff. Of course, it always mixes together somehow anyway. It's like, oh, the dessert has a piece of corn in it somehow. Like, how did that happen?
Yeah. I do like mixing stuff as well, though. Like, my when I was a kid, my dad would like cook up some carrots and ground beef and
Mhm.
mix them into like mashed potatoes, and I would just totally love eating that. Like
Yeah.
to the point where I had my grandma start making it when I was
Yeah.
over there.
Yeah. Well, and I kind of like, I both like simple flavors, like, oh, just the bread by itself or whatever, and then more complex flavors as well. When you have a whole bunch of stuff going on all at once,
Mhm.
it's kind of fun. Well, and it's nice being human. Well, I mean, at least I think I'm human. Like dogs, on the other hand, they can taste each individual flavor even when stuff is mixed together. So I wonder what
Hmm.
like their eating experience is like if they were to chow down on your blended stuff, you know. Like
Interesting.
maybe that would be a bit much. It's like, oh, there's a whole lot going on here. I can't take, like, I could taste that, oh, I can taste that, and then too much.
I
Oh,
mean, like there's also some flavors that I kind of only like if they're blended with something.
yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, like I don't know, off the top of my head, I would say like tomatoes. Like I
Oh,
don't really like eating a raw tomato just straight up, but if it's
some
on a
people
pizza
do.
or it's in a sauce, or
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Some people do though. Like, yeah, I can't handle certain things on their own. Like I love carrots, especially the baby carrots,
Mm.
but I usually uh, dip them in peanut butter of all things.
Uh-huh.
And that oh my god, if you haven't tried that,
I
like
should try.
yeah, just take a bunch of peanut butter, chunky or creamy, doesn't matter, and just have a whole heap of it on a plate and just scoop, like dip the baby carrots in there. Oh, it is amazing. It's
I
incredible.
like I like taking apple slices and going into some Nutella.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's good too.
Oh man, dude, exactly.
Getting
Like
hungry.
I know. Oh shit. Well, okay, that's time. So we can go eat. Oh wait, no, I've got a topic now. Okay, so mine's kind of a conspiracy one,
Oh,
and that I'm sure. Well, this is a interesting topic, honestly. Hollow Earth.
no. I I I I only heard of this from reading Journey to the Center of the Earth.
Hmm.
That, to my knowledge, that was the only place that idea really existed. But
Well,
it's a
there's
thing, huh?
well, there's like this kind of conspiracy theory that has existed for a long time, maybe 80 years or so, that the Nazis escaped in some kind of aircraft or flying saucers, even because they were kind of experimenting with some weird shit back like in the later days of World War II, and they went to like Antarctica, and the idea is there's like a hole there, and they went in underground into the hollow Earth. Um, it, I mean,
A hole that just somehow didn't get covered with snow and ice.
well, I don't know. It goes along with everybody saying, well, you can't really just go to Antarctica, right? Um, and well, it sort of ties in with the flat Earth thing too, like but um, that was an idea. My dad actually told me about it when I was a kid,
Oh wow.
and this idea of there being like a secret opening in the South Pole, maybe the North Pole too, and that there's these caverns, vast caverns and stuff underneath the ground. Um,
I mean, the whole Earth being hollow, not likely at all.
I agree. Yeah,
But but
plate tectonics is not. How does that work?
yeah, but for there to be like massive underground caves somewhere, especially in Antarctica, like that's plausible, I think.
I
Uh,
agree. Yeah, I think it could be the case. I mean, and Antarctica is not exactly a place that people have a lot of people hang out at. So
yeah,
and maybe if there is a big ass hole that was discovered that leads to a system of caves and tunnels and things, well, maybe they don't want people to know that. And who's to say? Actually, there was also, I want to say it might have been after World War II, like in the 50s or something, that there was this vast armada of ships the US sent, like warships, like hundreds of ships, I think, or whatever. I mean, it was like basically an attack fleet that they sent to Antarctica for some reason.
huh,
Some people say it's aliens, which honestly, that's a lot more plausible that there's some kind of alien hideout down
right.
there, and that's where all this shit's coming from.
Well, I mean, that would make the most sense if you were trying to like stake out a planet, is like go to the most inhospitable place on that planet
Yep.
and dig a hole and get
Yeah,
inside. You know?
exactly. And then you could do your research from there. And of course, if you get discovered, well, maybe you make an agreement with the powers that be, like, hey, well, we'll cordon this area off and you could do your research there, but just make sure you try to keep people away from here. And we'll work together. Otherwise, we'll take you out. I,
Huh. Yeah, and that might be pretty plausible. I
yeah.
would I would say like
I mean, especially if it was manufactured, right, by an advanced civilization,
right.
technologically advanced. they made this little hideout. I don't know, a naturally occurring hole in the earth. It sounds not that likely. But yeah, if there is to be a place where you want to stay away from public scrutiny, the South Pole is definitely the place to go.
One glorious hole.
uh,
Now we did have an episode where we posited the theory that Hitler stole the mana machine and escaped to Antarctica to hide out and feed himself forever.
yeah, yeah, which
So that could be a thing too.
It's possible. I mean, maybe a little unlikely, more likely that a lot of the Nazis went to Argentina. That's the going theory there, which there's a lot of evidence to support that. But who's to say they didn't go? I mean, they did have expeditions to the South Pole, so maybe.
Yeah. Argentina's not that far from South.
You're right. That's time, but you are correct. That is quite close. So there's something there. Well, that was a fun one. Well, this is the last one of season 6, right?
Indeed, it is.
Okay.
Wow.
So
6 years in the can.
That's crazy.
Oof.
Oh my god. And we have so many videos.
A lot. Yeah.
Yeah. We have a lot of these videos. We have a lot of minute microscopies, a lot of random videos, and then of course our full-length episodes. And I think we're going to kind of a live format after this instead of like episodes that are pre-recorded.
Yeah.
I think it makes more sense. But
except for the one off here and there, maybe.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because that's the thing, is like we've got a lot of flexibility. We kind of do a little bit of everything. We got some music stuff, and we got my prepper videos, and just a little bit of everything. I mean, hey, everything including the kitchen sink.
Yet not one video on a kitchen sink.
Like, no, this is true.
How to fix a kitchen sink or anything.
I was gonna do that, by the way, like the kitchen sink repair video. Maybe I will. I just it's gonna be funny and it's gonna make a huge ass mess. So I'm kind of holding off on doing it. But well, maybe season 7 we'll have that. All right, everybody. Yeah, it's been a great 6 years, and well, we'll see you in the 7th. All right, take it easy.